Today we will be making zucchini taco boats. Step 1. Gather your ingredients. Half a teaspoon salt for the filling and 1/4 teaspoon salt for the seasoning. 1/4 teaspoon pepper for the filling and 1/4 teaspoon pepper for the seasoning. Half a teaspoon chili powder. 1/4 teaspoon cayenne pepper. Half a teaspoon garlic powder. Half a teaspoon paprika. 1 tablespoon cumin. Half an onion. You will be splitting it with the group next to you. Half a pound ground chicken. You will be splitting 1 container with the group next to you. Half a zucchini per person in your group. Half a green pepper. You will be splitting it with the group next to you. 1 cup Mexican shredded cheese. 2 tablespoons olive oil. Step 2. Preheat the oven. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees, then hit start. Step 3. Chop up the pepper and the onion. 1 person from either group can cut the pepper in half and take out the seeds. Start by cutting off the top and then cutting around the center to take out the seeds chunk. Then I turn it upside down to make it easier to cut in half. You can save the top and use that as well. The goal is to cut your pepper into tiny little pieces to make it easier to fill your taco boat with. The smaller the better. When you are done, you can add it to the bowl. Next, we are going to do the same thing but with the onion. I like to start by cutting the top and the bottom off, so I have 2 flat edges to make it easier to cut in half. Once I cut in half, I put the flat side against the cutting board and then start to cut it into strips. Again, the smaller the better. When you are finished, you can add the onion to the same bowl that you have the peppers in. Step 4. Make the boats. Using a knife, cut off both ends of the zucchini. Then slice your zucchini down the middle to make 2 boats. Using a spoon, carefully scrape out the inside of the zucchini. Be careful that you don't make it too thin. When you are done, you can throw out the pieces from the middle. Step 5. Mix the seasoning. The important things that you need to remember when measuring out your seasoning is to remember to use the correct measuring spoon for the job, measure over a separate container or the container itself, and to level off the seasoning with the back of a knife. Because we're going to be mixing the seasoning all together, you can put them into the same bowl. Step 6. Saute the peppers and onions. I put 1 tablespoon of olive oil in a large frying pan and then added my bowl of peppers and onions. Using a wooden spoon, stir them up so they're all covered by the oil, and then cover them with the lid and let cook for 3 to 5 minutes, checking it about halfway through and stirring them again. You will know they are done when the onion is translucent and you can see through it. Step 7. Cook the ground chicken. I started by adding 1 tablespoon of olive oil to a large frying pan. Then I added my ground chicken. Using a wooden spatula, I break up the chicken into small pieces and stir it. Once you have it broken up into small pieces, you can cover it with a lid and let cook for 5 to 8 minutes or until there's no more pink. Ground chicken is different than ground beef and does not change as much in color, but you should still notice a difference. Step 8. Drain the chicken. Using a colander over the sink, dump your chicken into the colander to drain out all of the excess fat and liquid. You will notice that there's a lot less liquid in ground chicken than in ground beef. Step 9. Add the seasoning, pepper, onions, and cheese. After draining the chicken, transfer it back over to the original pan on the stove. Then you can add your seasoning and mix it throughout the chicken. Once it's completely mixed, you can add in the peppers and onion mixture. Then mix it up well again. Finally, you can add the cheese and make sure you don't add the entire cup and save some to drizzle on the top of the boats at the end. Make sure you mix it until the cheese is completely melted. Step 10. Fill the boats and bake. Lightly drizzle a small amount of olive oil on your baking sheet. I use my pastry brush to spread it around. Then, using a spoon, fill your taco boats with your filling. Once your taco boats are filled, you can use the cheese that you saved to sprinkle on top of your taco boats. Place in the oven and bake for 15 minutes. And there you have it, nutritious and delicious zucchini boats.